Black people think that they're the only ones being oppressed, because it seems to me that y'all forgot how you treated us during COVID time, how you treated our grand.
Hey, so I know it's gonna be pretty hard to hear, but that was white people, not black people. I would never understand Asian people that pander to white people by hating on black people. She goes on to list a number of different time periods where Asian people were being mistreated and say that it was black people, but it was really white people. It was white people setting y'all on fire during COVID. It was the white president that called it the Chinese flu. I'm sorry, the Chinese virus. It was white people that stuck y'all in camps. It was white people going to war with y'all, not black people. But yeah, it's black people that you have a bone to pick with. Mind you, black people know that we're not the only ones oppressed. We never said that. You literally just made that narrative up so that you could have something to complain about. And the fact that you have white people in your comments agreeing with you hating on black people and you're liking these comments, girl, get help. They don't like you either.
You're judging me based on my skin color.
No, you guys just want to be so oppressed. You're not oppressed. You guys are.
You're also not oppressed.
Yes, I am.
You
I
have
get racial slurs all the
So
time.
how many look up how many scholarships are just for black people.
So what? You guys get everything.
What do we get? What do we get?
You guys are not oppressed.
What do we get? Out in
Feel
public.
like you cannot be racist to the people who invented racism. That's just.
I don't. What do you really think white people invented racism?
You guys had. Whoa. Now we gonna talk about history.
Everything should be fair. Should we run slavery back but on white people at this time to truly make everything fair?
No, because were you enslaved?
My ancestors enslaved people.
Okay, but did you enslave people?
No, but I
Okay,
benefit. My
were you a
ancestors
slave?
from it.
No. I never enslaved people. You were never a slave. You were never a slave. You were never a slave. Do you know me?
I don't, but you're a fake.
But I'm.
White people are the cause of every single thing we are going through today. Yes, white people are the cause of every single thing that a lot of us have to endure today. But you know the amazing and the sweetest parts is that they cannot be blamed. That is why you can see that Asian woman from the beginning part of my video where she literally blamed black people. And you know the funniest part is going to her comment section and seeing a lot of white people agreeing with her while deep inside of them, they knew the truth. They know the root of their problems. They know that black people were never involved. Did black people start any war with Iran? Did black people check in every single thing that has actually been happening? Who have been the cause of all of those things? White people. But no, black people will be blamed. Because yes, every other race wants black people to come out, want black Americans to show forth. So because they are not showing forth right now, they will not come with the theory of blaming black people. But anyways, I will allow you guys to enjoy the rest of the clips, and credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you, liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go watch, guys.
Black people are always stereotyped as ghetto, violent, and criminal. And yet white people are never stereotyped as school shooters, family annihilators, druggies, or fraudsters. Oh my god, Jackie, what are you talking about? White people commit the majority of all financial white-collar crimes, but we don't call them fraudsters. People aren't going to comment on TikTok under a white financial advisor's TikTok and be like, I don't really trust this guy with my money because you know how they are. Both school shooting cases and family annihilation statistically involve white male perpetrators at a noticeable rate compared to population share. A white family moves in next door, I'm not going to tell my family, you should be cautious against them. You know how they are. Even drugs during the opioid crisis, rural and suburban white neighborhoods, ridiculously high rates of abuse and drug-related. And that's historical information, and nobody today claims that white people are druggies because of it. Which they shouldn't. But why can't we apply the same logic when it comes to black people and other races? I am so sick and tired of seeing any kind of video on TikTok that has to do with like a majority group of black people, and people in the comments are just straight up being so racist. You know how they are. Like ghetto, poor, smells like Hennessy, whatever. That's so fucked. People, when they commit crimes, are allowed to be individuals, and black people, despite white people being overrepresented in a lot of crimes like I just mentioned, still, it's just because this one individual had like a bad background, bad upbringing, mental health issues. But when a black person does something similar or commits a crime, that's just how they are. The logic is not logicking.
I have a lot of people in the comments talking about, why are you just talking about
African Americans? Why are you just asking for our support? Why are you not asking white people? Why are you not asking Asian people? If it's not clear by now, they have never been part of the fight. And that's not to come for you guys, but the majority is not the minority, right? Black and brown are the minority in this country. We have had a lot more issues than any other race in this country. So, by default, you would kind of think like we would stand together, having a history of so much oppression. And, I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but we have both been through a lot. This is not even a topic of conversation. Once y'all get over the fact that it's not a race thing, because there's only one race, and that is the human race. And if you guys want to continue to put us in separate teams, then we are never going to fix the problem.
You guys put yourselves in a separate race from us. Hispanics, Latinos have always made it clear that they are not the blacks. Me no black, me no black, me no black. What about Native Americans? The so-called Native Americans? Y'all actually look a lot alike, to be quite honest. How come you ain't calling on them? Aren't they a minority? Asians are not a minority. Like the math just is not mathing with this one. You know what it is? What it all boils down to? What people never want to admit is that Black American people have always fought, and we have always prevailed. No matter if y'all want to say we on the bottom or what, we got ourselves out of shackles. It was not just because some white man one day woke up and said, oh, I think I want to let my slaves free. I think I want to let go of my free labor. Clearly that was not the case, because look at what followed with Jim Crow. The most lynchings happened in America after so-called slavery was abolished. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. We've always fought. And we've always prevailed. You might not want to call us victors or winners, but we've always prevailed. I'll use that word. That's the operative word. And y'all all recognize that. I'm glad that y'all keep calling on us, because y'all know who we are. Deep down inside, y'all know that we put boots to the motherfucking ground. Where them fans at? Whoa, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Y'all know we get shit done. Y'all know we make noise. But what I don't like is that y'all are being so disingenuous and making it seem like we've always had this solidarity and this unity amongst us, when you all in your own communities have anti-blackness that you have yet to address in your own communities. The Afro-Latin community is underrepresented. They face discrimination, racism, colorism. And y'all take those same ideas and ideologies, and when y'all migrate here, y'all bring that with y'all. And y'all try to treat us like the same way y'all treat the black folk in y'all's countries, respectively. But instead of calling on us, why don't you call out the people that's actually doing these things to you? White people have helped us too to fight during the civil rights movement. More so than Latinos and Hispanics. Like, let's just keep it real. Why not call on them? Why not call on white people to be allies with you? This is very, very interesting. And I don't want anybody to get maimed or pop-out with a rubber bullet. I don't like the footage that I've seen of people getting ran over by cars. It's very, very unfortunate. I'm not sitting up here saying that doesn't... I have empathy. But I don't want to be out there getting shot. I don't know. Anyways. What do y'all want us to do? That's it. Let me ask. What do y'all want us to do? For the ones that keep saying, where's the black people? What exactly do y'all want us to do? The spread love is the Brooklyn way. I hope everything works out.
Did you know that black people only have 0.3% Neanderthal DNA? Every other race on the planet has 1 to 2%, and black people have 0.3. So in reality, black people are more human than any other race on this planet. These white supremacists going around saying that they're the peak human, no, sweetheart. Genetically, black people are the superior humans.
The white Jews that we see today have no bloodline connection with the Jews of the biblical period. They were converted to Judaism in Europe and in Russia. They were converted and have no bloodline connection with the black Jews who make up the biblical Israel that the Bible writes about and of which Jesus was a part.
But what happens to black Jews?
The black Jews are still in existence. There are black Jews in America. There are black Jews all over Africa. There are black Jews in Palestine. There are black Jews everywhere. Diane's daughter complained not more than 2 years ago that black Jews had moved on either side of her house, and therefore her property had depreciated in Palestine. Black Jews had depreciated her property. Jews had moved directly from Palestine to India, and the community celebrated its 1900th anniversary or something, and they had white Jews who had emigrated from Europe and black Jews who had originally come from Jerusalem at the fall of Jerusalem, had an uninterrupted straight line of connection from the fall of Jerusalem to India. All over the world there are black Jews, but the Zionist Jews who had been converted to Judaism have taken over the control of the definition of what Judaism is, as white people do with anything. If they come into it, they take it over and define what it is, as you stated in your introductory statement. So we have to remember that white Jews, when you see them on the street, are not the Jews of the biblical period. And that sometimes confuses black people who ought to be black Christian nationalists.
Hey guys, happy new week, and I'm going to jump right into it because there's a lot to get through. Okay, so this is part 6 of a message to African Americans and how they are a type of chosen people and how God has chosen them to bring about a type of healing to the planet. We know that slavery and certain acts that were performed during slavery generated a curse. It brought about, it opened the door to a type of darkness, and how God is basically showing me everything that happened, and how this series is basically about go prepare the people, because we know that before God moves, there's always a go tell the people, go prepare the people, right? So this is me basically preparing the people, delivering the message. I don't practice any religion per se. When I pray in the name of God, and that's it. So in order for you not to be confused and to have a full understanding of what this series is about, this is part 6. There's 1 through 5. Please go watch it, okay? Now, the healing. How is God planning? What is the framework for this healing? What is the framework? The healing is going to happen in 4 phases. Okay, 4 phases. I'm already doing the first part, which is bringing awareness, shedding light on darkness. Darkness thrives in secrecy. Darkness thrives in darkness. And so me talking about this, I'm essentially exposing darkness. And because I'm doing that, light is pushing back darkness. While receiving this message, God told me 2 things. And the first was, remember the story of Noah and the ark. Who did God save? The people who got on the boat. And I just felt, you know what? I needed that. Thank you. And the second thing I heard was, remember the story of Cain and Abel. How one brother killed the other due to jealousy. The brother that died, his blood called out to God from the earth. Now let's talk about phase 1. Why is that story important? Why are those stories important? They are important because it's not very easy for me to record these videos. It's not. I too need encouragement, right? And so when God reminds me of those stories, it lets me know that I'm on the right path. It also bleeds into phase 2, which is, so I talked about phase 1, which is what I'm doing, right? Phase 2 of the healing, the framework, is specifically for the enslaved Africans who perished in the Atlantic Ocean. Those souls, about 2 million of them, God has not forgotten about them. I'm Nigerian, I'm a Yoruba girl. In my culture, in my tribe, we say a soul that died under such trauma, under such pain and agony and despair, it is often called ikubono, a hot death. So the enslaved Africans who perished in the Atlantic Ocean died a hot death. Every religion and tradition and culture on the earth has certain special burial rituals and rites performed for a soul that departs under such duress. Nothing was done for the enslaved Africans who perished in the ocean. They're just simply forgotten. But we may have forgotten, but God hasn't. The thing is, those souls are still in despair, just like in the Bible, Cain and Abel, dead but not resting, right? So they're there and those souls need healing. That's phase 2. When those souls are healed, the healing will trickle down to their descendants. The people who will perform that ritual, that prayer, that burial rite, they are a type of chosen one, okay? And they don't need a teacher, they don't need inspiration. They are good at what they do. They are chosen and they have been trained. If you feel like you might be one of them, feel free to DM me, okay? But selected by God, okay? So when those souls are freed and they move into the light, their descendants will also, literally, they will feel it in their body. So when you heal the ancestor, when you heal the root, you heal the descendant. Make sense? Okay, and I'll do my best to carry you guys along as these healings are taking place. Phase 3, healing for every single Black American, because they are the descendants of the enslaved Africans who made it to the Americas, right? So they also need healing because their ancestors who did experience slavery, worked as slaves, were raped and all that, that trauma lives until today. When you birth a child under such trauma, under such darkness, the descendant, that child will be impacted, and that darkness still persists till today. It is still being felt, okay? So that is phase 3, healing for the enslaved Africans who made it, right? Who made the journey, but then that trauma is still impacting their descendants till today. And then there's the last phase, phase 4, because not every single Black American will be able to participate in this healing. Something can still be done, which is start living consciously. Make choices that dispels the darkness, but opens the door, invites light. Why is this important? This is important because hurt people hurt people. Due to the continued brutalization, abuse, exclusion, mistreatment of Black Americans, they have become darkened, though justified. But in order for this healing to be the most effective, it is also important to not continue to give darkness precedence over our lives, right? So it is essential for Black Americans especially to choose light, to choose love, to choose compassion for themselves and one another. Look within, okay? If there's any hurt, any pain, heal. This is not a race war, because when we're talking about a dislike for Black Americans, it's a global thing. It's truly a global phenomenon. So it's not a race thing, because you can easily go to the jungles of, I don't know, Australia and find somebody who has an issue with a Black person. So I'm not trying to generalize, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, what is this global kind of default dislike? So it's a global thing. It's a global healing that needs to take place, and that's precisely why God has chosen Black Americans to bring about this global healing and this global awareness. And the global awareness I'm talking about is, you're not Black American, fine, but do you feel a dislike for them? Why? You need healing. Get it? So I hope you understand this framework and it makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to do my best to carry you guys along as this healing is taking place. If you see me in your dream, don't be surprised. If you would like to participate, if you feel like you're meant to participate, feel free to reach out. Feel free to reach out. But please, before you do, watch all the videos, okay? I'm going to leave it here for now, guys. Thank you so much for being with me thus far. Any other messages I get relating to this topic, I will be more than happy to share it with you guys. But this is the framework for the healing, okay? All right, I'll be back. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Anyways, welcome back, guys. And it has gotten to that point where I keep telling a lot of Black Americans, if you are always conversant with my videos, that nothing should surprise you anymore. Nothing should surprise you as a Black American person anymore. You have been through the worst phase of America. You have seen it all. So nothing should surprise you. Because as at this point that I am, I feel like I don't need to be surprised with what anybody is saying. Because every single person wants to blame the Black community. Every single person wants to point fingers on the Black community. You can imagine a video I was watching where a white man can also said that the problem they have, I think I'm going to be doing that video for you probably after this video, that the problem they have in this country is Black people. That if Black people never showed up, if Black people were never available, they wouldn't have been going through every single problems that they have been going through. Why in real sense, we sat down one morning and wake up and we saw that we are at war with Iran. We sat down one morning and wake up, we saw that the orange man has been given position. We sat down one morning and wake up, we saw that Black people can literally not rule America. So instead of some of these Latinos, Asian, Hispanics to be blaming the right people, to be blaming their own self as well, for putting their self into the mess that they are today, they would definitely point accusation fingers to Black community. Black community are the only ones that they see that yes, we can literally blame them and nothing will happen. It's just the audacity for me. It's the audacity. The tree, the effrontery. And the good part is, no matter how you try to rant it, no matter how you try to scream it, no matter how you try to shout it, no matter how you try to cry it out, it will not drag Black Americans out there. It will not change the fact that they are resting. It will not change the fact that you have to go sort out yourself. It will not change the fact that you started it, so finish it. It's not change the fact that Black Americans are still wasting. For crying out loud, these people are just trying to survive. They are trying to breathe. Why can't you just allow them to breathe? Every single small matters, we stand up and blame Black people. Black people are the cause of this. Black people are the cause of that. Black people are the reason why we are still here. Black people are the reason why we are not going forward. Black people are the reason why we are still backward. Black people are the reason. It's exhausting. Stop it. Stop it and look for the appropriate people to blame. Look for what your problem is and trash it. Or better still, try your possible best to survive. Survivor is free for every single person. So try your possible best to leave Black people out of your contest. Honestly. Leave Black Americans alone. Let them have their peace. Leave them alone. Let them enjoy. Leave them alone. Let them keep managing what they are managing. Stop stressing them. And I feel like a lot of people say things because they want to get Black Americans to react. They want Black Americans to talk. They want Black Americans to be like, yeah, I need to come out. Hello. It's not helping issues right now. Because a lot of Black people have said it. If you like, say what you want to say, drag us, do anything you want to do, we are not coming out. We are not stepping out. We are staying in one place and there is nothing anybody can do. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section, and credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Leave Black Americans alone. They are not your problem, okay?